and Thrivers to behind the scenes. We are here today for behind the scenes with Michael and Ashley Cramer. If you missed last night's episode, here's a great thing. You can watch it anytime you want. It is on our Rise and Thrive Together Facebook page. It is on our YouTube channel, Rise and Thrive. It is on the Roku channel, Laws of Life, and then you just add Rise and Thrive Together. So there we are. You'll get to do that. And if you know Raquel and I personally, it's on our personal Facebook pages, it's on our LinkedIn, everywhere you can. But I'm just super excited to come back and say hello to my sister Raquel and to welcome back Ashley and Michael. Hey, everybody.
Hey, we're happy to be back. Yeah. And nice intro again. Girl, you two are everywhere. Like, I'm listening to the list and I'm like, I need to take notes on all this.
We're just trying to keep up with YouTube. That's what we're doing.
I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with him.
Yeah.
But honestly, guys, if you missed last night's show, you definitely want to catch the replay, okay? Michael and Ashley dropped some nuggets, and today they're here to add some more to you and to help you along this journey that we call life, right? So I have a question. Now, last night, you two mentioned another kid, right? I know you've got the two cats. You've got two kids, two cats, 3 kids, 2 cats. So for me, I just want to know, well, how are the other kids feeling, and are they involved in, I know it's Michael and Mom, but are they involved in the speaking and all of that stuff?
They're not involved in the speaking aspect of anything we do, but they're involved in our lives and we talk to them pretty much daily. My brother lives a few hours away from where we live, and my sister is she's in Vancouver dancing. So
she's a dancer.
We don't see her as much.
But wait. Okay, but I think you guys know, we actually did talk about it last night, but my husband did pass away, and it will be 8 years. Actually, on Mother's Day, on May 12th, it's going to be 8 years. And we were really close anyway, but I think the 3 kids and I, from that already, we got we were close, and then we were like this, as you can imagine. And when Michael was diagnosed, I'm going to give you just I know this is quick, but when he was diagnosed, Stephen happened to be at the gym. They were gym rats together. Stephen was at the gym. I called him. I was like, hey, Michael went in for this blood test. I got to tell you what's going on. And he left the gym in tears, came and literally physically left us, but never left us. He was the one that was at the hospital. We were really fortunate that Michael was treated at a pediatric hospital. And this was during COVID when he was diagnosed. So at that time, if you're in an adult hospital, you had no one with you. But at a pediatric, you could have mom and dad. Since there was no dad and Stephen was over 18, his brother, he was at the time 20 when Michael was diagnosed. He became dad. So he would come up. I would say every day that we were in the hospital, he would come. Jennifer, my daughter, wasn't allowed to because at the time she was 16 and they wouldn't let siblings in that were under 18, ironies, but whatever. But we how iPhones are now, we FaceTimed every day. They have been so involved. We have stayed. I mean, I think it brought us even closer. We were like this, and then we were like this, and then we're like this. I don't even know. But it is true. She's a dancer and she's in Vancouver right now. She'll be back in about a month and a half for a few weeks, and then she'll go back to Vancouver. And Stephen is close. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard with the siblings. I will say Jennifer is also in therapy. Let's go for that. She's in therapy. Stephen, his therapy is the gym. And he will be the first to admit it. He goes to the gym and he works out his issues in the gym, and that's cool. And yeah, it's a challenge because they faced mortality not only with a parent, but also with their brother. And, as a mom, I mean, Reg, you got your baby. You said how hard it was to leave when you had your kidney, when you donated your kidney, and leaving your kids at home and being in the hospital, and you're torn. And I feel very blessed that they're so close. And I do feel blessed for the frickety-frackety iPhone that lets me FaceTime, because it does make you feel like you're together. We FaceTime all the time. Thank God. So, but it's a challenge. a challenge. But it's true.
What about you? What do you got to say?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's so true. You know, we've been very lucky to have each other. I mean, ever since my father died, it was like we were family, and we're really family. Some people are family by blood, but we're family by choice and blood, and that's a blessing because we know that a lot of people have issues with their family members and aren't as close, but us, we've always been close. We'll always be close. It's just because we have that bond and maturity of what we've been through together.
I think that's true. I always say, and listen, my kids, I think they're awesome. Of course, I'm their mom, but I'm the first to say they are not perfect. Okay. No kid is perfect. No parent is perfect. It just doesn't work that way. However, we like never went through the bad teenage years because when it was their teenage years, they were going through losing their father. And I think that that was something that, and I was blessed that instead of rebelling, it did bring us a lot closer. I think that perspective. And again, I'm not going to say they never have done anything. You know, everyone does bad stuff anyway, like everyone, but they never went through. I've never felt like they went through like, oh my God, those crappy teenage years when they pushed me away. I was really lucky that the bad stuff has brought us together. And we have witnessed other people going through cancer or going through hard times, that it separates them. And that breaks my heart. Because I think so often these human experiences are opportunities for us to, like we're doing, to connect and to bond. That's what we're doing today with you, is we're connecting and bonding over this. And I think in families sometimes, and I'm not blaming them, but I do see families that split over the hard things. And I do think that maybe there's a choice of coming closer together through the hard things.
Michael said it. When you said family by choice, Michael, that just hit my heart. I am someone who uses the hashtag chosen family.
Oh, I love it.
And, for someone who's lost their family members, their parents and their siblings, and like why Raquel introduces me as, hey, sis, right?
Yeah.
We're not blood related. It's family by choice.
We're not? You wait till now to tell me.
You just blew her mind.
Surprise, people. That's it. Surprise. It's the cover is over. Mind blowing. But I love that. Because there is the conversation, and Rock, you can, wrap it up, which is like choice. That is a big part of Rise and Thrive Together inside of empowering, educating, and equipping people. Big difference between choice and deciding. So I'll give you really my tip. Deciding ends with IDE. Pesticide, homicide, suicide. No, truth.
Yeah.
And that is permanent. Choice leaves possibility. And so that's how I've been trained and developed in that. So I don't make any decisions. I choose powerfully. So when you said choice, I was like, Michael, you don't even know what you just said. Every moment.
Happy
Every moment is a choice.
True.
But I love that your choice, and I got this from both of you yesterday, Raquel, definitely from you, but Regina as well, that you're talking about a choice that's also active. Like a choice is an active thing.
Yes.
And it's not just like you wake up and go, okay, I'm going to be happy. You still have to do the action. Right?
Absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
visualization, but it has to go hand in hand with doing the action as well.
So let me make an active choice right now. Michael, I want to know what bad thing you did as a kid or a teenager. And if you haven't done anything bad, what would you like to do that's bad? There you go.
Well, okay, fine. I'll be real. When I was a kid, I used to be really not mean to my sister, but I would annoy my sister a lot.
That's like every brother. You didn't like fight with her. You would just like
I still annoy my sisters. Like,
yeah.
It was annoying.
Give us more. What do you mean annoy?
What is the one secret, Michael? There's one there.
No. I mean, I would make like jokes that were not offensive, but I would joke a lot in high school before cancer, and some people thought my jokes were offensive, and because I was just always I had a lot of humor, and people would take my humor the wrong way sometimes, but it was just the way I was. And I learned to be more mature and when to joke as I got older. But when I was younger in like middle school and stuff, it was just like I would joke all the time and people wouldn't understand if I was being rude or just messing around. So that was one thing that people probably didn't like about me. I wasn't like like I was mature when I had to be, but if I didn't have to be mature, like I would say something that was like,
I used to say that Michael was the kid that either you understood him and you loved him to bits and pieces because he was just so funny and real, or if you didn't get him, you would just be like, I don't like this kid. And fortunately, most of his teachers understood him and liked him for the most part. And I just thought he was like the craziest, funniest, most honest kid ever, which I love. And I think in the end, being honest and funny has definitely paid off. But now he's more sensitive, but I think that comes with age anyway.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Let me
I knew
does
it.
not
I
come
saw
with
you in
age.
your mind.
Age is just a number. There are some insensitive grown adults in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 90s, and they're just insensitive because that's just who they choose to be.
Okay,
Something happened to them and they just held on to it, and that's it. But Michael, you still didn't tell me, but that's all right. I'm gonna let you go with that. I need you to think real hard. What is it that you would do? I was the best model child, and you can't be the same thing. It's just not. Okay, so I'm gonna say you've got to do something bad. But I love the discussion on choice. I love the fact that your family is so close knit, and not because of, but they were that way before the cancer. So it's not like, oh my gosh, something traumatic happened and now we're close. You guys always had that, and it just grew even more as a result of Michael having cancer. And I think that helped him a whole lot to have that strong support system, not because of, but this was always there, even though he was that annoying little brother. So I think that's just amazing. And I love it. And we want the other two kids on the show because they're really going to tell us about Michael. Michael's a little relaxed and laid back now. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm a good kid.
I've always been perfect, so nothing bad.
Oh goodness!
Never did anything bad.
You know
I don't think so. I say the same thing, and then if my mom is listening, she'll be like, but she'll confirm. I was a model child. Do you want a model child?
I was a model child too.
I don't know.
It
can't be two of us. Can't be two of us.
There
are two of us, so.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Thing before we go, which goes back to, I'm the model of them all, and everybody's passed away in my family, so nobody gets to say anything.
That's why she's the model. And nobody to refute her story.
I own it. No, but I really love what you were saying, Raquel, when you're saying that you guys were already close. Yeah, and it reminds me of what you said, Ashley, Michael, last night about like there's the shining the light inside the darkness, right? Mm-hmm. So there's light in the family, and then a circumstance happens and darkness shows up. But the light in the family, from one person rising and helping the other person rise and the other person rise, that light gets shined through. So the circumstance is the darkness, but when you have those lights, you're blessed to have a family that have those lights. And then all the people around you now that are so following you and supporting you, and now you're shining all that light out to everybody else. So Raquel and I always know, guys, no excuses. If you're watching this show or somehow or another you found it, you're not alone. We got that light right there for you.
And okay, I just got to say this. And this is what I want to say to caregivers. If you take that light and you shine it for them, it also lights up your own path. Right?
Through that.
So I think that's also another important thing to say.
Yeah. I love it. But and I'll end with this one. Light always has to yield to the darkness. Always, always, always. There's never a time you go flip that light switch on and darkness consumes, unless you ain't pay your bill. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about you paid your light bill, all of that's good, and you flip that light on. Darkness always has to yield to light. So there's no space for it.
That was so funny.
We got our matches though, and our candle. Got a candle back there. Electricity goes out. Maybe we're
and
good.
Light serves a purpose, and one of them, as you said, Ashley, is to light your path so you can see where you're going. So, like Reg said, you are never alone. You have light in you, and if you're unsure, there's somebody in your circle that can shine that light and show you. So I love the
Unless
fact that you guys,
none of
go
your
ahead,
friends are
Michael,
paying,
what you said? Unless what?
unless none of your friends are paying their bills. They're not
Oh,
paying their bills.
damn. Damn.
He's
Then
learning
Reg
too
is
much.
always paying her bills. Let me let you know.
I'm paying my bills.
Call Reg. You can call me sometimes. You know, I'll let you know what time of the month to call. But Michael and Ashley, man, it was such a pleasure having you guys last night, and then
Thank
coming back today and just sharing. And what a true blessing that you have, Ashley, these kids who are absolutely amazing and come together. And Michael, you are blessing other people. And as a result of you blessing others, you get blessed yourself. So just thank you both for being who you are. And your two other kids, Jesse and who else?
Jennifer and Steven.
Okay, so I just renamed your kids. So Jennifer and Steven, they're shining their own light because I'm sure they talk about you, and that helps other people. And that's what we're here for this community, and to communicate within our community so that people know they are not alone and they can definitely, definitely shine the light in the darkness. So I want to say thank you both so very much for authentically being you and coming on and sharing with our listeners. Truly
Thank
appreciate you both.
you.
And
Life
guys, I always
yesterday.
say it, right? Together we can rise
Yes.
and thrive. Till next
you. Yeah.
time. Take care, you
We
guys.
love